I'm live. All right. Let's turn that camera like right here. Let's wait for some people to come in and all that. I just want edit, cancel. How did I? Oh, share screen. Window. Yeah. Also share system audio. Sure, why not? Why am I so fluxated out? I'm like, if I put my hand up, it's not supposed to be like that. Anyway, and it's laggy because I'm on a crappy computer. But I love my crappy computer. Anyways, YouTube. What does YouTube have to offer me right now? You never know. Uh, Marvel and comic accurate suits. Okay. Okay. What? Going. Wait. What? Oh, is this a fan film? Did he make a fan film? He's my favorite Spider-Man creator. Uh, Retro, modern. What does it have to offer? Web House? What in the world? Nope, that is an ad that I do not condone. I don't want a single thing to do with that ad that I just saw. Neither that one. Ubisoft. Come on. Give me something to react to. Sun Wukong, that's all you got. Can I platinum the Amazing Spider-Man in 24 hours? Probably not. And he. No! No! I just saw it! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Please. Please. I just saw it. I just saw it. I just saw Peak. I just saw Peak. I just saw Peak. Come on. Creating real web shooters.
Functional Spider-Man web shooters. And the best part, they shoot real webs. So in this video, we're going to cover how I made
Oh,
the
I know how to make those. What in the... Is this new? I don't know, bud. All I know is this was made 13 years ago, and I love it. Hmm. 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 I don't know. Uh, what to? I can't react. I don't know what to react to. Boima stuff. I don't know. How about this? We'll search up Micronation. Oh, Micronation War. How about that? How about that? We'll do that because this is really Don't start a micronation until you watch this. Uh, I'm live. Don't start a micronation until you watch this. Hello, fellow American. World War One of micronation.
It seems that the recent pirate attack has started a micronation world war. The nation's dirt democracy, Kingdom of Arbitration Mongol Empire Republic of Pirates, are at war with Kwandian Empire, the first empire in Dallas. American Empire
Was never involved.
Micronations are cool, but also strange. For instance, this micronation in the United Kingdom called Lovely was created for a BBC comedy documentary by this guy. Although the documentary was called How to Start Your Own Country, he didn't actually manage to create anything. He went to New York to try and win the support of the United Nations, showing them that at its peak, 58,165 citizens were registered on the micronation's website, but he was rejected. I mean, let's be honest, the country had this for a flag, and it was clear to everyone that the guy was trolling. That being said, all my research on micronations led to the same thing. The leaders of these small countries are definitely messing with us. For instance, there is a micronation that is literally a rock. Yeah, that's it. Just a rock in a 6-inch box carried around everywhere by a woman. If you're nice, she might just let you touch the highest point in the country. She says she's trying to make a point that she doesn't necessarily believe in arbitrary borders and that a nation is really more about people getting along, heading in the same direction, and doing things together. One of the weirdest and most unique micronations in the world is the Republic of Molossia. It borders the United States and was founded by this guy, His Excellency Kevin Baugh. Look at him, all proud of his country. It is headquartered at his home near Dayton, Nevada, where Molossia has claimed itself a separate nation. It's about 180 miles away from San Francisco and about 325 miles from Las Vegas. Let's dive into the history of the Republic.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's react to this.
Republic of Molossia.
Hold on. I know about Molossia, but I didn't know he was this close to Molossia.
Him, all proud of his country. It is headquartered at his home. It borders the United States and was founded by arbitrary borders, and that a nation is really more about people getting along, heading in the same direction, and doing things together. One of the weirdest and most unique micronations in the world is the Republic of Molossia.
Molossia, yeah.
It borders the United States and was
I've heard of them, but like I didn't know they were. Where would I be? I'd be right here.
founded by this guy, His Excellency Kevin Baugh. Look at him, all proud of his country. It is headquartered at his home near Dayton, Nevada, where Molossia has claimed itself a separate nation. It's about 180 miles away from San Francisco and about 325 miles from Las Vegas.
San Francisco and Las Vegas? Oh my goodness. I didn't know he was in the US. I thought it was in Germany. It says why is micronation still why this micronation is still at war with Germany. I thought he'd be in Germany or like close to it, I guess.
Let's dive into the history of the Republic of Molossia. Supreme Leader Kevin Baugh co-founded what would become the Republic of Molossia on the 26th of May, 1977. Back then, the
1977? What? May 26th, 1977?
country was called the Grand Republic of Voldstein and was ruled by King James Spielman, who was the other founder, Kevin Baugh being only prime minister at the time. The country was then situated in Portland, Oregon. But because the reign of King James Spielman was tragically cut short when he grew tired of it and left, our main man Kevin Baugh became the leader. He renamed the country to the Republic of Molossia, which is an adaptation of the Hawaiian word for harmony. He would carry the country wherever he went, and eventually bought some land in Dayton, Nevada. As he says, he liked it there because there were no bugs and it's nice and dry. Then His Majesty created a flag, blue representing strength in the clear desert sky, white for purity in the nearby mountains, and green to symbolize prosperity in the Molossian landscape. As years passed by, the micronation reached a population of 32 people, but as Kevin Baugh says, the number could have been about 5,000 if he accepted all their citizenship requests. He even created the country's very own currency, which is called Valora and intrinsically pegged to the value of a tube of Pillsbury cookie dough. If you're not sure how to spend your Valora, you can buy some special edition coins. Also, he managed to build a post office, a trading post where this guy's in charge, and a customs shack where Fred is responsible. You see what I meant when I said the micronation's founders were messing with us? And it doesn't end here. You see, every country has some form of governance. Most real countries are democratic, meaning that the supreme power is at some level in the hands of the general populace. But the Republic of Molossia is a military dictatorship, which means that the military owns all the power and Kevin Baugh is the supreme dictator and a high-ranking military officer. The only real country which is currently ruled by a military dictator is Sudan, but unfortunately it is not ruled by Kevin. In the case of most micronations, they're ruled by a king, but Supreme Leader Kevin Baugh said he wasn't feeling
That looks like a man. That looks like a man. You cannot tell me this. Even he's freaked out about it. Look, even he's freaked out. He's looking like at him, like you gonna save me from him? He's as far away as he could possibly be from. I don't know what that is. That's a man. That is a man. Look at the kid. He looks terrified.
the whole monarchy thing because he wanted a cool military uniform with a lot of medals, which he has now, so well done, Kevin. He rules the whole country and can do whatever he wants, like banning catfish, use of tobacco and plastic shopping bags, as should we all. But perhaps the most unique part about this strange micronation is that it is currently at war with East Germany. It's been this way since 1983 when the country was still called the Grand Republic of Wollstein. You see, back in 1983, East Germany still existed. The reason for the declaration of war is unknown because the declaration was lost, so everybody forgot. But the war waged on. In September 2018, the declaration was found. In it was the casus belli, which read that the war started because Kevin Baugh's sleep was disturbed when he was in Western Germany with the US Army. So, by the time the declaration was found, East Germany was long gone. That being said, the war ended because one side didn't really exist. So the war kind of ended in 1990, but not really, because of this tiny island near Cuba. You see, East Germany and Cuba were both communist. So, in a gift of solidarity in the movement, Fidel Castro gave the island to East Germany in 1972, when Ernst Thälmann visited it. The uninhabited isle, which was previously named Cayo Blanco del Sur, is 9 miles long but only half a mile wide, and it was renamed to Ernst Thälmann Island. Fast forward 18 years, during which the island was left uninhabited. East Germany fell and the island was forgotten. Nobody really cared about it, so in the documents when East Germany joined West Germany, this island was never mentioned. So technically it never joined West Germany, so technically it's still East German land, so technically East Germany still exists. But when a German newspaper remembered the island and wanted to make a visit, they were told by the Cuban government that the trade was symbolic, and that Fidel Castro never actually gave the island to East Germany, he only renamed it. That being said, the continued existence of East Germany is open to interpretation, and Kevin Baugh's interpretation is that he is still at war. If you think that this war is just a joke, take a look at his navy. He has massive ships prepared for war, which look like this. This is his...
Why did I think that giant ship was his? Why did I think this was his? Why? I don't know. A micronation having that? Yeah, I should have known better.
ships prepared for war, which look like this. This is his Royal Navy. And to demonstrate his superior...
What? He's the biggest micronation in basically the world.
superior armaments. He even has nuclear weaponry, which looks like this, and it's being tested in his backyard. His Excellency Kevin Baugh said he would make a peace treaty with East Germany, but there's no one on the island. He even has a page on his website where you can support the war, so maybe he's doing all of this for the money, maybe he's just crazy, or maybe it's a combination of both. The Republic of Molossia apparently fought a 16-day war before it during 2006, which injured many people and even had one death, at least according to the country's official website.
Let's hope it was accidental.
But what did you expect from a brutal dictator like Kevin Baugh?
No, you don't want North Korea to fall. Why don't I want it to fall? How do... Okay. All right. Let's see. Micronations in here. All right. So this guy...
Congressman Troy Downing's office is here to help Montanans with federal casework, including Social Security, Medicare, veterans benefits, and more. If you need assistance, visit downing.house.gov. Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
The most relaxing and comforting games of
Is this live?
2026. There's no pressure and it's super easy to play. You don't need to stay online all
I'll
day,
watch you.
and there's no endless grinding either. Just hop in whenever you feel like it. Collect some materials, upgrade your camp, and watch your survivors go about their lives.
Media, their shops. You can even get your own Militian flag. This is a micronation. They are tiny self-declared countries that are usually smaller than towns. Some are just in people's backyards, some of them are on islands, and some of them are just on a random plot in the desert. But they act like...
We're not. We're definitely not. We're pretty well known. Boima's pretty well known. But you know what? How about this? This live won't be about Boima. It's about Brightfo. Right? That felt so self-centered. It's about this Dragon Ball. Yeah, I need 6 more.
real countries with real flags, real currencies, and sometimes realish borders. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at some micronations that I found around the United States. The very first micronation I want to look at is in Nevada. It is called the Republic of Monisia. And as you guys can see, it's actually mapped out on Google Earth. And they even have their own website where you guys can see the leader. I think he's the leader, the president. They have a president. Apparently, they're also at war with East Germany. How old is this website? Look at this YouTube logo, this Facebook logo. And is that Twitter? I don't even know what app that's called. It's a little bit past my...
Are we listed on Google Maps? BAM. Bäume means German word for trees. Oh no, it's not. That's a different. Okay. Republic of BAU. Republic of Bäume. Yeah, we're not on Google Maps. That's fine.
Time. But this website is up to date. It tells you the day today, which is the 4th of January, 2026. It even tells you what events and holidays they have. So on January 8th, it's actually Emperor Norton Day. So that's almost coming up. Apparently, they also celebrate the Lunar New Year, Mardi Gras, and Chocolate Mint Day. Some very diverse holidays there. And I'm not kidding. This is a full-fledged website where you can see the history of their media, their shops. You can even get your own Militian flag. But I can't help but to notice that that is definitely just a Sierra Leone flag. And I've also also just noticed that they have a thing on their website to show you what the temperature is like in this country. But before we look into it even more, let's get down on the street view and take a look at it with our own eyes, and then we'll look a little bit more into the history as well. Okay, so this is where it's located. I must say, I have seen prettier countries. I've also seen worse countries. And this is the country here. It is not much, but we can see our flag here, which I'm still convinced it's just a Sierra Leone flag. I honestly don't know if this place is still running, but you guys can see the Republic of Militia. They have everything set up. Apparently, you can only come through for scheduled tours. They also have 2 languages. What is that language down there? I have no idea. But I'm assuming this will be just here. Screw it, guys. If this video gets like 20,000 likes.
Scheduled tour? This sounds like a fair. Not a... What? Scheduled? Really? Scheduled? Really? Okay. Even Australia doesn't have that. And Australia during COVID was like, lock everything down. 1 sec. I'm going to pull up chat, see if anybody says stuff. Like, what? Makes no sense. None. Just no sense. It makes no sense.
Liked, I will fly to one of these towns. So Google Earth actually has this feature where it lets you go back in time. So I can look at 2024, 2019, 2015, and 2009. Let's go all the way back to 2009. Okay, so it looks like everything has changed. It was definitely still a country. I can see the flag just there. What about if we come to 2015? Okay, 2015, it looks a lot nicer, actually. We have lots of flags flying around. Very small country, potentially the smallest one we're going to look in today's video. Coming back to the website here and hovering over the history tab, I can't help but to notice that apparently it's been invaded. And they also went to war with whatever that says and East Germany. And they had a dead dog war. Why does this have more law than Australia? They have their own science.
So that's the death. Okay, it's a dog. And that's really sad. Genuinely. Like, that's pretty sad.
Industry, they have their own bank, their own railroad, they have their own phone and telephone service. And apparently they competed at the 2000 Micronational Olympic Games. That is something I have to look into in the future.
I'm texting the president real quick. Did you know there's Micronation Olympics? Micronation Olympics. I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Okay. Oh, what? For did you know there's Olympics for micronations?
Future. I also found this YouTube video called Welcome to the Republic of Militia, a country in Western Nevada. So let's jump into this, starting off with the beautiful flag of Militia.
Militia is an independent sovereign country which is located within.
Okay, so this is very nice. This is what we saw on Google Earth, but I want to see inside of it.
Fully surrounded by the United States. We are a micronation, which means it's a self-declared country. It also means that it's not recognized as sovereign by other nations, but we have everything that a nation needs.
That is so cool. They have inside the micronation like a sign that points to other micronations and tells you how far they are. So the Contra Republic, which is one we will look at in today's video also. We also have places like Sealand in here, West Antarctica. We're not going to be looking at any of those in today's video because we're only looking at American ones, but that's still pretty cool.
Imagine building a website with your name on it. With Base 44.
That is so cool. That's his office. I want to go to this country so bad. I was actually in Nevada last month. I wish I knew about this. I would have went. Okay, so our next one is called the Contra Republic, which is apparently in Key West, Florida. I'm slightly confused by this one because there's not too much information about it, and it is currently taking me to a shed. Apparently, this is a seafood restaurant. I don't think this is what I'm looking for. Maybe if I look it up on Google, I'll find a little bit more information about it. The Conch Republic is a micronation declared as a secession of the city of Key West, Florida, in the United States on April 23, 1982. We also have a flag here, a Conch Republic flag of the Key West. Again, pretty cool, quite interesting, but not as cool as our last nation, let's be honest though. The Conch Republic actively maintains an Army, Navy, and Air Force whose primary duties are to help reenact the Great Sea Battle of 1982 and the retaking of Fort Jefferson. The Conch Republic Navy comprises of no fewer than 10 civilian boats and a schooner wolf under the command of Admiral Finbar Gittleman. Just like our last location, I actually found a YouTube video about the Conch Republic, so I can look at it and see a little bit more what it's actually like on the ground. So as far as I understand this one, not as exciting, but basically all of the Key West is its own independent country. But I'm pretty sure this whole video is just Key West, and you guys can see they actually have
this is
the Key West flag up here, which says...
Yeah, there's... Did I just see mugshots? Oh, no, not mugshots. Does this cover Boima? How do you see Militia? Mon... Right here. Okay. Huh. Fake countries. These are countries that don't exist. This is why you're... Why I'm what?
Let's play a little game, shall we? Which one of these three micronational leaders do you think will get absolutely no followers and will get absolutely no support whatsoever from his community? A, the guy who creates a flag, creates a coat of arms, but then eventually gets too lazy and then starts to not care about it at all, and then eventually gives up on his idea. B, the guy who starts to create his micronation but is too insecure to spread it off to the general public, and then his idea dies and he gives up. Or C, the guy who has done absolutely everything but thinks that he is the best and all of his other followers and citizens' ideas are the worst. Thereby, when an idea comes, good or bad, he always rejects it. Well, he always says to his people that my ideas are better than everybody else.
Pride.
Which one of these micronational leaders do you think would get a successful micronation?
So one just like had the idea and failed immediately. The other one was too shy. The next one was basically okay. It's basically way worse. Like too much pride and thinks he's perfect. None of them?
The answer is none of them. So
I'm gonna play a game. How about that, guys? I'll play a video game. How about that? Let's do this. Yeah. Ooh, a bubble shooter. I love bubble shooter. Soft games. I don't know what else is soft. Daily challenge. Obviously that one. These guys. Boom. Bang. These guys die. These guys too. See if we can angle this like that. Yellow. Boom. Red. Come on, I clicked. Boom. Bada bop boom bow. Bada bop boom bow. No. Move. Like that. Yeah, we be moving like that for real. Crap, I screwed up. I thought it was green for a second. I was like, oh no. What's this? Oh. Allah Akbar. I'm joking. I'm joking. Sorry. Oh, it's inappropriate. Let's see what we can do here. Yeah, we're gonna miss. I hate losing these stupid streaks, but I love them. Oh, come on, please, please. Shoot. Shoot for the stars. That's not a copyrighted motto, is it? Oh, it better not be. I'm gonna be pissed off. How do you actually win this? Is there no winning? There better be winning. Advertisement starts. No.
It's the
Why can't I play? I want to play. Yeah, okay. I'm cooked. That is not... Alright. That's disgusting. Ten crazy things that goes on in Tenkaichi Budokai. I actually love this guy a lot. This guy's awesome. Well, if he's all about Dragon Ball, why does he have a... You know what? I'm just gonna... Yeah, Spark Laser stuff, all that.
Sparking Zero just received its biggest update yet. While everyone's focused on all the new characters, maps, attacks, and rightfully so, the update is absolutely stacked. I want to quickly go over some of the most important patch notes. There are a decent number of subtle yet impactful...
I'm not gonna stream. I'm just not. I'm just gonna end it. Bye.